You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. What's normally the season opener is now race number 5. Hello guys and welcome here to the 7-Eleven IndyCar series. This is race number 5 as mentioned from St. Petersburg. Today we present to you the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Pete. I'm Brian here in the booth with you. Starting from the pole today will be Casey Naneko in that number 9 and 2. His outside right behind him currently is the number 30 of Max Anderson. Casey Naneko, he got run off the road a couple days ago at COTA. How will he respond to that? The other thing at stake here, again, it is our 4th road course race of the season here in race number 5. And again, we have a couple days off, but then things really pick up in the next week or so, the next 10 days, because it's Indianapolis, and it kicks off with the GMR Grand Prix. So this could be the last chance to get those jitters out before we go to Indy. So who will capitalize on that? Will Chip Ganassi continue their streak here today on the streets of St. Pete? We're going to find out in just a moment. Let's show you your starting lineup, and when we come back, the green flag in just a moment. Here we go, crowd on their feet. We're getting ready to go racing here at St. Petersburg. 1.82 miles makes up this street course here in Florida. Again, only a few races away from running the 3rd Indianapolis 500. It's in the forefront of these drivers' minds, but there's still business to take care of here, as it's going to be Casey Naneko, Max Anderson. They're going to lead us down the front straight. The green flag is out. We're underway at St. Pete. There's no room for error. At this point, there's also no room for error on this track. 1.82 miles, but you'll see as we go through some of these turns just how narrow it gets. Again, that's the product of running on a street course. Looks like for the most part we make it clean. Naneko with the clear advantage right now, because again he's going to look to put COTA in the rearview mirror. Again, if you missed that, Alex Tanker ran over him on the opening lap, ultimately ended his day as far as competing up front, and it actually hurt Alex Tanker worse as his day completely ended after that. Oh, an issue, a car on the pit lane. It's the 98 of Jessica Strauss, the points leader in the road course standings, and she didn't even take the green. Actually, she did, and then she came right into the pits. That is a tough break for, again, Jessica Strauss, who's been off to such a strong start this season, was leading the road course standings entering today. And unfortunately, she's going to go down the grid a little bit. Naneko has extended his lead to almost 2 seconds. Again, you see just how fast these laps are going to click off here. About as fast as a lap in a stock car at Watkins Glen. Maybe a little bit slower than that. And a reminder again, Friday, GMR Grand Prix on Friday. We then kick off Indy qualifying over the weekend. And then, of course, all practices next week that'll lead up to the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indianapolis 500, in just a few Sundays. Again, we hope to have a full field of 33 for that race. Look at the lead grow. It's well over 4 seconds right now. This battle for second, though, is just heating up. Two teammates here. That's Mitchell Hodak and Max Anderson. Hodak is running only the road courses. Max Anderson running the full schedule, the only one in that Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan stable to be doing so, and he'll take the second spot away. I don't think this battle's anywhere close to done. And they've got to figure it out because Casey Naneko is gone as he looks to get his second win of the year. Saw that battle. We were definitely right. It wasn't over. Mitchell Hodak got the position back. See everybody else just about in line there. But the lead has grown to almost 9 seconds now for the number 9. This is a routing going on right now. A clinic here at St. Pete. We imagine that Casey Naneko was not at all happy about that wreck last week. Again, that's just Alex Tanker, a series rookie. He wasn't looking at what he was doing. And it clearly costed the 9 team a shot at the win. It costed the 88 team a shot at a good finish as well. Now let's go on board here. And let's actually show you a quick lap around here with Casey Naneko, who is currently a race leader. Hard on the brakes into one. 10-second lead now. Coming back around now. You saw that the 30, Max Anderson lost a few spots on that exchange. But here we go, coming around the final corner. Back to the start-finish. And that's essentially a lap around St. Petersburg. And the battle for second might be heating up once again. Two of our road course only drivers battling back here for second. That's Aubrey Scott and Mitchell Hodak. Of course, they will be turning the cars over in a few races to the oval drivers, Colin Cropley. And I forget who's in the 27 for the ovals. Yeah, so the 27 will get turned over to Noah Sewell after the Indy road course. So these two looking to get some momentum going for those guys. So look at the battles going on mid-pack. I mean, saw there, and it looks like the 29, Eli Wolf, is coming down the pit lane. That's 50 miles an hour to his pit stall. And in he comes. Here we go, battle for second. Mitchell Hodak, Aubrey Scott. This battle's not over. Now it is. Aubrey Scott to second. Good run going for that Andretti Autosport Honda. Alexander Rowe up here in fourth, one of the full-timers. And the lead just keeps swelling in favor of Casey Naneko. The only thing that might stop it is a caution. And we don't even look like we're going to come close to one. Here we go, coming to complete lap number 9. Let's see how far that gap is this time. It closed a little, but it's still 14 seconds. Is it safe to guess how mad Casey Naneko was after Coda? Because this lead seems to show how angry he was after Coda. And if he keeps going at this pace, we may be talking about him lapping cars before the end of this on a road course nonetheless. See, that time it was up to 15 seconds. There is one car a lap down, that's Eli Wolf. You gotta wonder when these leaders are gonna pit. Here we go, do we have a battle for 11th? Looks like we do. Two of the road course ringers, Muhammad Zain Abdullah, Karen James. Karen James with the MyJack colors this week. Oh! She's in the wall. An issue for the 45. Is this going to bring out our first caution of the day? She's definitely got a problem. Whatever the issue is, it looks like it's a big one. And well, that right there, look at how she's coasting through these corners. Till she's able to throttle up, but it seems like it's electrical or something. Sounds like it's an engine issue. That shifting is just really rough right now for the 45. It just looked like something just straight broke. And here she comes. Thankfully out of the way before Casey Naneko got there, but boy, everyone for a moment there was holding their breath. They're like, will we get a caution? And nothing. But boy, they were optimistic. They thought they were going to get a caution there, and you see they jacked up the 45. They're taking a look. And away goes the 45. See, the damage is done. One lap down now. And keep in mind, there's no free passes in IndyCar. You can get a wave around, but that's about it. But that was scary. Again, I thought we'd get our first full course yellow. And that would have erased a whole 16-second lead that Casey Naneko had. The worst part is now Aubrey Scott has to deal with the 45. And Aubrey Scott's going to get by no issue. There's still something not right about that 45. And you see, she just gives it right up. But the damage might be done. Yeah, you can see it. Just something's not right. Keep in mind her teammate Mitchell Hodak is back there as well. That's the old... Well, I mean... You gotta wonder how's she gonna race her teammate. Because keep in mind, we get a caution. And that could very well put the 15 in play. I mean, obviously, you're not going to slam the brakes at this point and let him by, but if he gets there, you got to imagine he's going to let him by. Or Kieran James is going to let him by. Here comes the 9, pit stops. Not that it matters at this point, the damage is done. Aubrey Scott's gonna stay out. And Aubrey Scott, he'll take the race lead away. It's a 1.8 mile street course, so you can kind of play the risk. Is there an issue for the 9? Oh my goodness, the 9 is still on the pit lane. This could be detrimental. We gotta keep an eye on that. Now the 9 is away, but the damage is done. The 15 has gotten by. The 27 is ahead right now by quite a margin. And I said it was going to take a caution for Casey Naneko to lose this one. We did not factor that in. Oh my goodness. Last week it was the wreck. This week it's a pit road mishap that cost Casey Naneko his second win. Talk about heartbreak. Man, you've really got a feel for Casey Naneko there. Again, it costed him potentially a second win. And if he did win at COTA, this could have been win 3 of the year. That's just pain right there. But it might not be over. Keep in mind, there's the 27. He's got an issue. And now he's stuck on the pit lane with an issue. A tough break for for Aubrey Scott. Mitchell Hodak is under pressure, and if you thought Casey Naneko was mad entering this race, you just try battling him right now. This is for the lead. And you can tell that 9 wants it back. And he'll get it back. Is the 27 out? There he is. Not what he hoped for. Is the caution out? I think the caution's out. No, it's not. False alarm, but boy, Casey Naneko's got to be breathing a sigh of relief right now with 3 to go. Just when you thought the race was lost. And somehow, an issue for the 27 might have just saved his life right there. But pit road mishaps, the story of this race now. besides the fact that Casey Naneko has throttled the entire field. As detrimental as that could have been, how's about the upside? Drivers like JP Morgan running in 6th. This is a really good day for him and his teammate, Zach Fitzwater. Both of them, Meyershank Racing, both cars have been off to a bit of a rough start. This is going to be big momentum as we get ready to go to Indy next race. Coming to 2 to go this time here at St. Pete. Before we begin our week and a half at Indy, four-second lead now. At this point, a caution wouldn't benefit anybody but Casey Naneko. He's got this race, barring any sort of circumstance. Again, if he hangs on, it'd be his 2nd win of the year. And again, 2 wins in 5 races. That would be big momentum going into Indy. Here we go. We come to the white flag this time. One lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. At one point, this 9 car, Casey Naneko, up 16-17 seconds over 2nd place, and over 30 on some of those in the back half of the top 10. A green flag cyclist stops, and an issue for the number 9. What we thought would have derailed his day, seeing that the 15 and the 27 were going to get by, and the 27 has his own pit mishap. And then Mitchell Hodak just unable to hold off the charge. Shows you just how strong this 9 team is, even in the face of adversity. And that's what it takes to be a champion in this series. And of course, we still got a long way to go. But it's looking good for Casey Naneko. And again, we mentioned how would he bounce back after Coda getting wrecked on lap 1, leading the race. Well, he bounces back in a big way. Casey Naneko wins at St. Pete. 2nd win of the year, the first 2-time winner of the season, and it's Casey Naneko. And that PNC Bank Chip Ganassi Racing Honda, they continue the streak. They have now won 4 straight races. Of course, Naneko started it at Twin Ring Motegi. Then you got Austin Shaw, who won at Mexico. Lyle Austin last race at Coda. And now Casey Naneko again today. Talk about momentum entering the Indy 500 and the GMR Grand Prix. Chip Ganassi's carrying a lot of it. Can they be stopped? We're going to find out on Friday. We want to thank you for watching. Here come your results and standings. We'll see you at Indy. Until then, goodbye everyone.